Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cutter. Welcome you to the last of our round of 16 matchups to set up quarterfinals for the In the Pocket Bowling top 50 bowlers of all time. Did 25 head-to-head matches. The 25 winners and 7 best runner-up scores moved on to 16 single elimination matches, and now we're got round of 16. We're gonna play best of 3, but we're gonna do 3 games total pins. We have 2 more matches for you. We know that it will be Couch versus Bill Allen, sorry. In one quarterfinal, we have Lop versus Wiseman in another one. Now we have to find out who Ferraro and Burton have to play. Our first round of 50 match today is Kent versus Sultar. Now Kent, 217. Average Sultar, 212. Kent, he throws a strike on a 6, which has to be a 3-2-1. Triple 2 would give him a spare. 4-1-1 gives him an open frame. 10-15 also helps him. Sultar can only strike out 10-15, so we take first, and it will be the Kent 2-3-2. That's a spare. Sultar throws a 3-5-2. That's 10. That's a strike. On 2, he throws a 5-3-2. That's 10. That's a strike. Kent throws a 2-3-1. Boom. 2-3-1. Boom. That's a strike. On 3, he throws triple threes, which a 9 would give him a spare. He got spare anyway. Sultar throws a 2-3-3. That's 8 pins. He's not going to get the 3 straight strikes. Sultar throws 1-2-5. That's 8. That's a spare. Kent throws triple sixes. 18. It's a 7 spare. On 5, he throws a 4-2-2. That's 8. Sultar throws 3-2-6. That's a strike. He's in the lead. On 6, he throws a 4-1-3. That's 8. That's a spare. Kent throws a 3-3-4. That is a strike. That's 10. On 7, he throws a 5-2-1. That's 8. That's a spare. Sultar throws a 5-1-5. That's 11. That's a strike. Back 2 frames is the 7th frame score is the 5th frame score, which is a strike. 8. He throws a 6-3-6. That's a strike. Kent throws a 6-6-2. That would be a strike. 14, but pair of sixes, you go back a frame, so that's his 7 frame score. 9. Throws a 3-5-5 for 13, but that's back 2 frames. On 9, Sultar throws a strike. Kent will start the 10th. Throws a spare and a 7, so 186. So Sultar will win this one, but remember, it's pins. Sultar throws a 3-3. That's a spare, and he makes a strike there and puts up a 223. So he's got a 223, 186 lead on Kent, and Sultar is up by 37 points. He starts the second match. Kent starts the first one. Sultar starts the second one, and he puts up a 1-3-5. That's a 9. That's a spare. Kent throws a 1-2-4 for 7. On 2, he throws a 3-3-6. That's 12. That's a strike. Sultar throws a 1-6-2. That's 9. That's a spare. On 3, he throws a 3-1-2. That's a spare. Kent throws 2-1-5. That's 8. That's a spare as well. On 4, he throws triple fours. That is a 7 split. Sultar, spare, sorry. 1-6-1. That's 8. That is a treble. So if it was a normal 8, it would be a spare, but it's an open frame. So Kent may come back. Sultar throws a spare. 5-2-2 for 9. Kent throws a 5-2-2 himself. That's a spare. He's up by about 12. He throws a 3-2-5 for 10. That's enough for a strike. Sultar throws a 6-1-4. That's 11. That's a strike. On 7, he throws a 4-4-3. That's 11. That's a strike. Kent throws a 2-5-2. That's 9. That's not going to be a strike. On 8, he throws a 3-1-4. That's 8. That's a spare. Sultar throws a 1-2-2. That's an open frame. He was doing so well, it did another open frame. On 9, he throws a 1-6-1. That's another open frame. He's in trouble. Kent throws a 5-1-4. That's a strike. Sultar is trailing, so he'll go first on the 10th. 1-6-5. That's a strike. Next ball is a spare, 168. The question on my mind is how much will Kent do on the 10th? Kent throws a 6-4-6. That's a strike. He throws another strike, and he throws a 9. So he throws a 213, but Soltar's 168 with 3 open frames helps Kent out, and Kent now leads by 8 points, 399, 391. So Kent has an 8-point lead. So Soltar will throw first. Soltar will throw the 254. That's a strike. It's 11. Kent throws a 233. That's a spare. On 2, he throws a 655. That is a spare. Pair 5, 7 spare. Soltar throws a 336. That's a strike. He's catching up. Soltar throws a 352. That's 10. That's enough for a K. Kent throws a 313. That's a 7 spare. On 4, he throws a 363. That's 12. That's a strike. Soltar throws a 645. That's a strike. On 5, he throws 263. That's 11. That's enough for a strike. Kent throws a 213. That's a strike. That's the 6th strike he needs. Good. He throws a 653 for another strike. Soltar. And he misses a tough frame. This could be the opening for Kent in this match. Kent throws 463. That's a strike. Uh-oh. On 8, he throws a 366. That's another strike. Soltar throws another strike himself. On 9, he throws a strike. Kent throws a 352. That's a strike. So I think Soltar has to go first. Yeah, Soltar has to go first because he's trailing. Soltar throws a 652. That's a strike. Next ball is a 436 13. That's a strike. And finally, he gets a 7, a 254. Nice jump. 9 strikes. Kent throws a 325 for a strike. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. He does. Kent throws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. Soltar had 9 strikes, but Kent throws 9 straight strikes. Unreal. And he beats Soltar. So Doug Kent will move on, and he will face Ferraro in the quarterfinals. So Doug Kent moves on to the final 8. Soltar won the first game, but Kent did everything. Now you look at the scores and all that. So nicely done, a lot of strikes, but nice job by Kent. So we will go at total points and all that. Total pins, we have ourselves his favorite variety papas. So Joe Berardi and George Pappas will go battling each other. Berardi a 216 average, Pappas a 215 average. Berardi can throw a strike 10 to 15 or a 6, but it has to be a 3-2-1 on a 6 instead of it being an open frame. Pappas, same thing. Berardi will go first, and he throws a 4-6-2. That's a 12. That's a strike. Pappas throws a 4-4-3. That's a strike. The winner will face Burden in the quarterfinals. On 2, he throws a 3-2-1. Boom. That's enough for a strike. Berardi throws a 6-6-5. That's a strike. On 3, he throws a 2-6-3 for a strike. Pappas throws a 5-6-2 for a strike. On 4, he throws a 6-2-4. That's 14. That's a strike. Berardi throws a 5-4-6. That's 15. That's a strike. On 5, throws a 4-1-5. That's 10. That's enough for a strike. Pappas throws a 1-1-6. The first mistake, and it's Pappas's open frame. On 6, he throws a 3-1-4. That's a spare. Berardi throws 4-2-1. There goes that thing. He's up at 21 through 5. On 7, he throws a 2-2-1. Bad news. That's a spare. That's an open frame. Pappas can come back, and he throws an open frame. Double 5s, back 2 frames. The 7th frame goes to the 5th frame. He's now down by 20. Remember, it's total pins through 3. Spare by Pappas. Berardi throws triple 5s. That'd be 15. Nope. 3 of a kind. It's a spare. On 9, he throws a 2-5-4. That's a strike. Pappas throws a 1-5-5. That's another open frame. Fuck. He's in trouble. And he throws a 6-1-1. So Pappas throws 4 open frames out of 10. Yikes. Remember, it's total pins. Berardi has a chance to do something. And he does. He puts up not 1, not 2, but 3 strikes in a row, a 243, and he has a 64-point lead on Pappas. Moving on to the second game. Berardi, good job. Pappas will start the match. As he will. He throws a 5-1-3 for a spare. Berardi throws a 5-1-3 himself. On 2, he throws a 4-5-3. That's 12. Pappas throws a 6-2-2. That's 10. That's a strike. On 3, he does a 5-5-1. That's a spare. Pair of fives, you go back 2 frames. So your third frame score is what your first frame score is, and that's a spare. Berardi throws a 6-4-1. 11. Berardi throws a 3-4-4 for a strike. Pappas throws a 3-4-5 for a strike. On 5, throws a 4-1-6. That's 11. Berardi throws a 3-2-6 for a strike. On 6, he throws a 1-6-4 for a strike. Pappas throws a 3-3-5 for a strike. 5-5-6 for a strike. Berardi throws 2-6-4 for a strike. On 8, he throws a 2-6-5 for a strike. Pappas throws 1-5-4 for a strike. Strikes all along. Not a strike there. Ooh, boy. 200 to 180. Pappas throws a 1-1-6. Ugh. Open frame on 10. He was doing so well. He had 6 straight strikes. Well, let's see what Berardi's job will be. And Berardi throws a 290. Wow. Wow. Can you believe it? Berardi throws 11 strikes out of 12. We almost had a perfect game. Berardi almost threw a perfect game against Pappas. And now he's got a 100-point lead on George Pappas. So it'll be Berardi who will face off against Burton. Wow. Holy crap. He almost threw a perfect game. Like he threw a strike every frame. Pappas throws a 177. Berardi doesn't have to do much. Yeah, Berardi had 8. Holy shit. Berardi, through the first 8, had a perfect game going. He throws a 263. Wow, that was not even close. Berardi crushed Pappas in the fine powder. 263, 177. What a job by Berardi. Berardi beat. He beat Victor. Yeah. So Berardi will face Burden, Ferraro Kent, Lob Wiseman, Couch Allen. Yeah. So Berardi did it. We are done. We got the quarterfinals next time. I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.